there's something there in that idea of grappling with what we find distasteful and what would offend us of ourselves, what we would dislike to see in ourselves. Because I especially see it with people that are so consumed with their political opponents. They become obsessed with their political opponents, whether it's the left or the right or whatever. It's almost like they're attracted to them, not in a sexual way, but I mean like a moth to a flame way, like truly gripped by these figures that they supposedly hate. And that's shadow shit. That's when you're supposed to say, man, why am I so pulled into this? What is it about this person, this idea, this movement, whatever it is, that irks me, that disturbs me, that angers me? Because of course, there's going to be things that are like, a criminal does a crime and we get mad. They hurt a child or something. It's not like, oh, why does this upset me? Obviously, there are instances where we're offended and upset by things and it makes sense. It's not like some projection of the shadow, that you're against child abuse. But there are instances, though, where what we're against really says more about us than anything about, what we're condemning per se. I don't know. I think that there's, particularly in my generation, we were raised to be so nice. There was all these anti-bullying campaigns and all of this rhetoric around being nice to each other, being how can I say, like, fair, not, just being good, kind. Children my generation were raised to be just little saints, And I wonder how much that, I don't think it's the entire thing, but I have a feeling that ethos that was instilled in the younger generations makes there be a visceral reaction to anything that makes the person feel like it's, not nice or rough or whatnot. You know what I mean?
Let me actually just be more brutal about it. A bunch of the people that do that act that way, that are super nice, are themselves. And I've lived life. I know human beings. I know people that purport constantly to be extremely kind, and in some ways, sometimes they are, and but I also know, and and a bunch of people know, I guarantee you, that forget about political figures or any of that, people in your own life who say one thing and act completely in the opposite way, that are morally reprehensible at times. Absolutely and completely and without reservation. So, I don't know what to tell you. I know many people that do that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, again, this goes back to what in one of our other episodes where I said, just be wary of the people that preach morality the loudest, because they're oftentimes covering up their own malice and malevolence. On occasion, that's not so. It's probably true for all of us all the time.
Yeah.
I can't accept myself, technically, and you can't either. I suppose I could say, well, maybe I have faced the shadow a little bit more, and in doing so, not subdued some of the projections or whatever that would come out. But I mean, we're all in we're all stuck here to some degree. That's why I'm always very careful, and sometimes not, about characterizing large political movements of either side or this or that, because I just see the same human elements playing out again and again, regardless of the face, the persona that thing wears.